Hey everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch Horror as we try to take on Ithaqua the Windwalker. Things are looking bad, mostly because of the corruption that everybody but one has. I actually kind of considered taking somebody, I think David Coe suggested, maybe just take a mulligan and start over with a different prelude. But I thought, I'm this far into it, plus somebody else who then deleted their comments, so I'm not sure who it was, sorry, suggested the next time the corruption kicks in, I should just go ahead and just, go ahead, take the Dark Pact condition, because, and they're right, it's not going to be that much worse than the corruption at this point. Having said that, don't have to worry about that until at least next turn, because we know the next card coming up is going to be another rumor, which is terrible, but we know that that's what's coming. So we're not going to have a reckoning this turn. We're not going to have a gate spawn. We're not even going to have the omen track move. So we're in a bit of a holding pattern for this turn. So we're going to see what we can accomplish. And if we're in luck, the turn after that, we'll get a green one because, yeah, we've got 4 green and 2 yellow in the second stage of Ithaqua's Mythos cards. So we've got a pretty good chance of not getting a reckoning for this turn and the next. Fingers crossed. Right, what else was there? I didn't put a note in the video itself, just in the description for the video, and in the comments on how I kind of screwed up with Marie. I could have prevented that horrible thing happening last turn because, yeah, she was on a wilderness space. So after doing her encounter there, and it's a general wilderness space, a general encounter, she could have tested this and maybe gotten a couple of clues. So she could have spent a clue on her whatever it was that turned over, and made her spend her clue, and then still had one to complete the mystery. So tell you what, we'll say that I did remember that and just failed the roll, because that's entirely possible. Okay, after going through all that preamble, let us move on to the action phase. And yeah, we've still got Preston as our lead investigator, because why not? Okay, Preston unfortunately has got himself detained. So the only thing he can do right now is try to perform this local action, which means anybody could do it if they wanted on that space. He's going to test his influence, and if he passes, we can get rid of this. So we're going to be rolling all 5 white dice and praying, because he doesn't have focus or a clue. Hoping we get just 1 success. Nope. Nice one, Preston. So he is going to continue to be detained, and during the encounter phase, we're going to see what horrible things happen to him in, presumably, prison on the other side of that card. Blech. Okay, moving on to Calvin Wright. Okay. Calvin, for his first action, he's in San Francisco. He's going to pick up a ship ticket, and then he's going to spend that ship ticket, moving 1 sea space to number 2, and then extending it with the ticket around the globe to Tokyo. Because we're going to try to get that spell to Marie. Not this turn, but next turn. Hopefully it'll stay in the same spot. Speaking of Marie, well, she is right there. She is next. She is going to, for her first action, move down here to Tokyo. And for her second action, she is going to rest because she's down to 3 health, which I don't like. So she's going to get herself a health back, putting her up to 4, and a sanity back, putting her back up to her full 6. Oh wait, no, she can't. Right, I forgot about this. She can't heal health. But I still want to rest because I want to try to get rid of a number of things. Well, we're going to try to get rid of the hypothermia first. So we need to roll a 4, 5, or 6. Can we see that? We can. Nope, she didn't get rid of the hypothermia. That's too bad. It's okay, it won't kick in. Yeah, it won't kick in this turn because we won't have a reckoning from Ithaqua. The other thing is we're going to try to get rid of her poisoned. Well, hopefully. We'll see what it says on the other side of this. I'm just going to zoom out a little so it will focus. Right, when you perform a rest action, you cannot recover health. Oh, nor sanity. Okay, so she's not going to get that sanity back. Instead, we're going to turn this card over. Medical assistance. Oh, please. The poison is spread, and none of your supplies have been of any use. You'll have to find a well-supplied medical professional in the city. If you are on a city space, yay! Test. Ooh. Okay, it's going to be influence -1. Her influence is 4. She's going to roll 3. It's not too bad, but she has no clues or focus to re-roll with. But we succeeded. Yay! She got a single success. If you pass, discard this card. Yay! Okay. Poison is gone. So next time she can, in fact, next time she tries to rest, it will be of some kind of use. Alright, that just leaves us with the actions of Leo Anderson over in Africa. Now, Leo, well, someone needs to start getting over to the Dreamlands to try to start closing those gates. However, before we do that, there's this lovely, it's right there, expedition encounter, that's the word. And that's just too tempting. It might be something really good there. I mean, last time we got to retreat Doom, so that's not a bad thing. We could do something similar, or maybe get everybody blessed. Yeah, I know that's not going to happen, but... So, for his first action, he is going to move over to the pyramids. For his second action, he is going to rest. He can't heal health because of the hypothermia, but he can get himself another sanity back, which is going to put him up to 3. And yes, we're going to roll and try to get rid of the hypothermia. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6! Okay. His hypothermia goes away. I mean, he's in Egypt. He's by the pyramids. How could he possibly get hypothermia? Well, I guess at night. It gets really cold in the desert at night. So we had a little something good happen there. Now, onto the encounter phase, and gonna get to see what horrible things happen to Preston in prison. Okay. As it says, instead of resolving an encounter, flip this card. Starvation. The food is poison. A fellow prisoner whispers, "Don't eat it. You will surely starve to death if you Do not give your captors the information they're seeking. Spend 1 clue. He cannot. Or test strength -1. His strength is 3. Let's go and roll 2. Come on, Preston. 2 and a 4. Nope. If you fail, lose 3 health. Ouch. Well, still leave him at 4. At least he won't fail his personal story yet. And gain an internal injury condition. Then discard this card. Yikes. Well, okay, he's going to lose the 3. Again, like I said, fortunately he's now at 4 and 4. So that's not too bad. He will grab the injury deck and look for internal. Okay, right away. When you perform a rest action, you may roll 1 die and a 5 or 6 discard the card. On a reckoning, test strength. If you fail, flip it. Terrible things happen. Alright, now we're going to move on to Calvin Wright over in Tokyo. Now, in an attempt to make sure we get this clue, I'm going to go ahead and have Calvin have a go at it. Oh wait, Calvin has a clue. He can just trade it. Okay, well, let's go for it anyway. Might as well both try to get the clue, or maybe we both want to try to defeat monsters. Well, no, let's worry about the clue. So, Calvin's going to try to get it first. If he does, great. Then Marie can do a Tokyo encounter. If not, well, Marie can have a go. Okay, we are on a city space. The blizzard has buried the city in snow. You negotiate for full access to the city's library in exchange for your assistance. I'm going to test his influence, which is not stellar. His influence is... oh, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. It's 3. Okay. Succeeded if you pass. Taking out the snow and searching the library will take some time. You may become delayed. Oh, to gain this clue. Oh, and an additional clue. It's actually kind of tempting to get that many clues because that is... And no, Calvin's... oh wait, if he's delayed... no, Marie can still do a trade action next turn. You know what? No, I don't want to get us delayed. Being delayed is terrible. It's slowing us down, so I'm going to pass on that. Either way, Marie can still get a clue for next turn because Calvin has one to give him. So Marie is just going to go straight into her encounter. At a scholar's estate sale, you find a number of journals detailing the history of Hyperborea and the wizard Ibon. The books are expensive but highly illuminating. You may gain a debt condition. You know how that worked last time. To gain this clue, and 1 old journal unique asset. Okay, you know, we're going to try it because if horrible things happen, Calvin can at least... yeah, okay. I know it didn't work out last time, but we're going to take another debt condition because it can't be the same, can it? It's going to be a totally different one, so... and we can try to get rid of it too. So she's going to go ahead. We're going to take a risk. Another risk. So she's going to get this clue. And an old journal. Unique asset. This might take a minute, so I'll cut away. Alright, there we are. She's also got an old journal. Item tome as an action. We can test observation. If you pass, you discover information that may prove useful to your cause. Flip the card. So, I really hope I haven't screwed myself over. So that'll bring us back around to Leo, who's gonna go on an expedition. Okay, nice thing about Leo going on the expedition is he is on a wilderness space, and as we now know, he gets to roll an extra die. The pyramids. Once you reach Dashur, you begin digging through the rubble that had once been the White Pyramid, hoping to excavate the ancient burial chambers. Strength -1. With his extra die, he'll just roll strength. And he actually has +1 strength from the hired muscle, so he is going to roll 4 total. 3 -1, +1 for wilderness, +1 for hired muscle. Okay, yes. 4. We got success. You uncover a vast labyrinth of underground tunnels. Your only hope of navigating is to translate the hieroglyphs on the wall. Now we're going to test his lore, which is only 2. He's going to get to roll 3. Because he's a wilderness kind of guy. He does have a clue. Doesn't matter. He got 2 successes. So, if you pass... Come on, focus you. There we go. If you pass, you find your way to the Royal Treasury, gain 1 artifact. Alright, let's have a look at the... well, it's our first time going into the artifact deck, so let's give it a wee shuffle. Okay. It's going to find... Oh good, the Necronomicon. Item Tome as an action. Test lore. If you pass, you may spend 1 sanity to gain 2 spells. Well, we might try to get that over to Marie at some point. So that wasn't quite as wonderful as getting rid of Doom, but, you know, it's still not bad. And the next expedition, this is going to be moving over, to the Amazon. Okay, that is it for our encounters. Now, yep, Mythos time. Alright, we know that this is a rumor. And it's got tentacles. No. Okay, first things first, let's place our clues. So, we're gonna go in, shuffle, 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 and we get San Francisco, where Calvin just was. And our second one is gonna go to... Oh, it's going over to the Dreamlands and the Enchanted Wood, which doesn't have anything on it, so it would be an okay place to go. Now, we don't have a countdown, which might be good, might be bad. Deoloth, the Render of the Veils, has shattered the prisons crafted by his captors. The rampaging outer god pushes infinitely outward wherever tears in reality appear. Render of the Veils. Ongoing rumor. When this card enters play, spawn 1 gate and spawn the Render of the Veils epic monster on that space. When it is defeated, resolve this rumor. Well, I'll grab that in a minute. We'll have a look. If an investigator would gain an artifact, you mean like we just did, he may gain the Pentacle of the Plains artifact instead. Yay. Play with the top gate on in the gate stack revealed. Well, that's something. And on a reckoning, move the Render of the Veils epic monster to the space that corresponds to the top gate in the gate stack. Then spawn 1 gate. Okay. Unless an investigator on that space has the Pentacle of Plains artifact. Blah. Okay, let me find that thing. Okay, one thing at a time. spawn 1 gate on the pyramids. Oh, there. Hey, Leo, how's it going? At least, unlike Arkham, this doesn't automatically delay him or suck him through into something really terrible. From the regular monster that spawns serpent people. Right, his boost to the Amazon. Great. Where our best way of getting an artifact. Joy. Let's see its stats there. On Reckoning, roll 1 die on a 1 or a 2. Move the nearest investigator moves 1 space towards this monster. So it kind of pulls you in. So it's going to go over there. And then the Render of the Veils is going to appear. Its toughness is going to be 6. Investigators +2. There's its really horrible stats. Roll 1 fewer die when resolving the strength test if you have the Pentacle of Plains artifact. So you want the Pentacle to stop it, but if you have it, it's harder to fight him. Oh boy, they do like to mess with you, don't they? And I've just put the Pentacle of Plains aside, so if we grab it, I don't have to go digging for it. And if it becomes a non-issue, I'll just shuffle it back in. So this is what it would be. Item magical. As an action, defeat 1 monster on your space. It wouldn't count because it's epic. You lose sanity equal to its toughness. Oh, okay, turn into a gibbering wreck. Reduce the damage and horror of monsters you encounter by 2 to a minimum of 1. That would be actually not a bad thing. I'm actually just going to put that on there because those are going to go together. Now also we play with this reveal. So the next, oh good, Hyperborea, space 13. That's where the next gate is going to show up. That'll be way up here in the Arctic. Well, not sure how terrible that is. This means on Reckonings we're going to have extra gates going, which is going to make Doom plummet, of course. So yeah, we're going to have to send, I think Leo's going to have to go into the dream world because he's closest. And start closing gates. Well, actually, next turn you could get to the heart of Africa, move to Unknown Kadaf, where there's a gate. So we close that. Although it's a red one, and we want to get rid of blues next. Like the one he's on. Well, we'll think about it. I feel pretty sure we're going to actually get that first mystery out of the way next turn. 2 turns too late later than it should be if I had only remembered the mineralogy research. Arg. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. And I'll ponder about what to do next. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. I appreciate it. And we will see you next time for yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. So long.